Howdy folks, welcome to episode 6 of the Truck Camper Conversion Series. I'm ecstatic that I got the roof on, but now I need to start welding in metal framing and make this thing bulletproof. It was originally built to walk on the roof, but there wasn't any metal framing. I'm adding the extra framing because I added more to the roof after ripping off the old roof, and I just want to be able to make sure that I can go up there and do maintenance on the solar panels if I ever want to. Now that I've got that old roof off, I think it's only appropriate I take the old doors off as well. It'll look a little awkward for a little bit just being open in the back, but I'll live with it. We'll get it fixed up in no time. When I do rip those doors off, I'm going to try and save as much of that hardware as possible. I'd really like to be able to reuse as much of it as I can, especially those side hooks that allow those doors to be held open. There's a lot to get done, so I won't waste any more time. Let's get right to it. So I knew early on that the square tube framing was going to have to be rounded at the top. But in order to get a template, I was looking for curved objects in my shop. And this knee pad that I've been using is damn near perfect. So I'm just gonna trace that out on the plywood, see if the plywood fits, and then fine tune, refine from there. Every now and then you luck out. Well, that didn't quite go as planned, but I got all the metal framing in. When I was designing this in CAD, I failed to account with a curvature that was on the top corners. As a consequence, I ended up having to grind down the corners of that square tube framing more than I had thought I would need to. Even with that grinding down, I still have a pretty decent separation from that outside metal wall to that square tube on the inside. Structurally, this doesn't matter. The big benefit of this happy accident is I get to eliminate that thermal bridge going from the outside metal wall to the interior metal framing. However, it does mean that I need to make my metal framing a little bit wider than I had originally intended. But that's a very small issue, nothing to be concerned about. You might have also noticed that I ended up taking out some of the support material at the front of the box. First, I'm going to end up putting a roof fan up there, so it's just extra material that I gotta cut through. But more importantly, I think it would be a lot more difficult to insulate. I would probably have to drill holes in there and then squirt spray foam insulation in there. It's just a hassle that I don't want to have to worry about. So I've ripped those out and I will be welding in some new angle iron to help support that structure, but it'll be spaced out wide enough to accommodate a vent fan. I'm very close, but I have one more task yet to accomplish. I need to make and weld in a metal door frame. I think putting the metal door frame in is going to be a pretty big challenge because I've done some measuring and I'm not exactly perfect on the width at the bottom and the top. You'll just have to tune into the next episode to see if I can accommodate for that. As always, thanks for watching. I hope to see you on the next one. Stay busy out there.